The Mayor's Committee was started in the 50s when people, the men primarily, were coming home from World War II, very many injuries. President Truman said, we've got to do something to help these men get employed. And he had a commission set up to study how many disabilities, men with disabilities were coming home from World War II and what should be done about it. The commission reported back to him and said, there are lots of soldiers, and sailors, and Marines coming back with disabilities, but there's a whole cadre of others in America who haven't been to war, but they have disabilities, and they all need a little bit of help to be able to get jobs and be productive, tax-paying citizens. At that point, President Truman started the President's Committee on Employment of the Handicapped. Then there were governor's committees started, and then mayor's committees started. So in 1952, the Mayor's Committee was started in Oklahoma City. I was appointed in 1972 by Mayor Patience Latting. Partially, it's my fault if someone doesn't know about the Mayor's Committee on Disability Concerns and the Governor's Committee on Disability Concerns. There's an Office of Disability Concerns, and those people can answer any question, but someone has to know to call them to ask. Well, I'm the publicity chair of the Mayor's Committee on Disability Concerns. And so it's my job to let people know that we are here to answer questions. We work to try to get people jobs and full lives. However we can do that. The emphasis used to be almost exclusively employment. We've changed the name from the employment of people, we've changed it from employment of the handicapped to disability concerns. And that means everything. It means transportation. Are the buses accessible? Yes, they are. Can you get there? No, we need sidewalks. So I say my middle name is Sidewalks, Pam Sidewalks Henry. And I was appointed by Mayor Mick Cornett to be on the MAPS 3 subcommittee for sidewalks and trails, the oversight of that MAPS project. And I am thrilled that we're putting in so many miles of sidewalks. They're good for people with disabilities, they're good for mothers with children and strollers, good for children near schools. As a matter of fact, that's one of our priorities in placing sidewalks, is safety near schools. It has improved somewhat, but not terrifically. Actually, most people who work with people with disabilities are a little disappointed that there hasn't been a greater change. We thought if we get the ADA through, millions and millions of people with disabilities will go to work. The figures have increased, but not as much as we hoped. The employment rate for people with disabilities is embarrassingly low, and I don't believe it needs to be that low. I think employers and the employees can work together to get more people with disabilities on the payroll, and that's what they want to do. Every person with a disability wants to go to work.